So it's Christmas holiday break, content time. And the OG Sudsers know exactly what that means. It means I show up in my pajamas for a few days. And so that's what I am doing today. This is my robe, my new robe, which actually kind of looks like I don't know, like a cool 70s coat in this. Doesn't look like a robe at all. Very soft. Lovely. I love the robe. Cozy. I'm glad that I love it because I got 3 of them this year because they had out all of the colors that we have used in our new design for the house, really. And this one matches my couch. Like perfectly matches the couch in the downstairs living room. So when I lay on the couch and I can use this as a blanket, it's camouflage. Really cool. Yeah, so look, Christmas swag. I'm bragging. But really, no, I'm just wearing my robe because I don't like getting dressed during the break. So there's that. That has nothing whatsoever to do with the soap that we are making today. And weirdly, we are making soap today that should have been released a couple months ago. And I'll tell you why that didn't happen and what that soap is in just a minute. But before I do, hello, I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things. And you are here for week 8 of year 3 of soapy things. And we are doing my Christmas soaps. So either late inspo or really early inspo for all of the Sudsers, for sure. Now, these soaps were actually made and filmed back in July because that's when I start my Christmas line. And I held on to this footage, assuming that I'd be releasing it closer to the holidays, so you had inspiration for your soaps. And then I didn't end up releasing it because I actually didn't end up releasing the Christmas line to my retail community. Didn't go online. I didn't do one of those holiday, Christmas things on my website at all. Website was up, tons of people shopped. I just didn't do the big, hey, massive sales, and here's all the stuff that's shaped like Christmas trees and snowmen and stuff. I didn't do it. And I loved that I didn't do it. So this particular soap was the first in my Christmas soaps that I had planned on releasing before I decided to not do Christmas, stuff online at all. And it is a really cool one. I am playing with different colors for the total Christmas theme. I am playing with some angles in the Christmas tree, all of the things. And I'm very excited to show it to you. So let's get to the video and we will talk about, why I didn't do the Christmas thing and ultimately what that meant for all of the things, my mental health, the business, everything in the video. Okay, so we are doing a 5-layer pour with all of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes. And we are topping this with a melt and pour star made from the 15-minute melt and pour base recipe that I gave you a couple weeks ago. And I just added, some alcohol in equal parts to make it clear. So yeah. That's what we were doing. And the scent is from Sierra Candles. Sierra with a C. The scent is Sierra with an S. Sierra Cedar and Spruce. Absolutely delightful. Smells like a delicious Christmas tree. Look at that. It looks thick right there, but you know, it's not because I'm soaping at very, very cool temperatures at this point. It's very, very cold oils, very, very cold lye solution, very, very cold room. And that was thickening up, but it certainly was not an emulsion. So make sure that you always check your batter to make sure that it is actually ready to go. Otherwise, you're going to start dealing with separation and you're going to then end up with all kinds of weird pockets going on in your finished soap. It's going to be not the funnest time. So, as I said, this year is cedar and spruce. Smells like a delightful Christmas tree. It's really a very clean, outdoorsy, green smell. It smells like trees. And, you know, the good kind, not the in-your-face pine sol type. Because you got the cedars in there. It's warmer. It's nicer, for sure. This particular pour, as I said, it is a 5-layer pour. And I normally don't like doing layered soaps because I like soaping just at emulsion. So once we've hit that everything is in a stable solution phase, I then like to pour my soap. But with this one, I really wanted to play with angles because I was having so much fun with the tea soaps and playing with the angles, and I really liked the look of it. Quite simple in, you know, design. It's a very simple, beautiful bar. All of the tea soaps were. And so I wanted to continue on with that because I'm just kind of in the mood. The 4 colors that I was using for all of this was, let me see, Enchanted Forest for the bottom, Mint Julep plus Enchanted Forest for the mid, Lorne Green for that green right there. The very bright blue that was in that is Key West Blue at about 50% of what you would normally use it for. And then obviously white is the white. Tons of kaolin clay inside of the batch for sure. So all of these colors are going to go more pastel than they normally would because that's, you know, how clay works, really. And look at me. I am showing you that I too, like Dee, can take my stir stick back to soaps. I very rarely do it because I have to, you know, clean off the stir stick twice, but look, I did it. Yay! I'm doing it right. Okay, now on to the pour, and look at that. I got the Cheshire Cat thing, cat's cradle thing out for this because during the tea soaps, I said that I should probably do that thing and find it, and I did. So I'm starting off on one angle, on one level, like one angle, one pour. You'll get it when you actually see the thing. I'm apparently terrible at describing things. I mean, that's a general absolute. I'm always terrible at describing things, but I seem to be more so today. Now, what I am going to do now is pour just a little bit of the next color into the edge that didn't end up getting any soap batter into it, right? The elevated edge. Just in case this bottom layer is not actually set up enough to do the flip, because I am going to do the flip at this point. So you see how I poured it right there. And now I flipped it. So I'm going to put the next 2 layers on this angle. So finishing up with this green right here, plus the next green. And I really did enjoy, again, with all the sculpted layers and everything, I really thought that this is a smart idea for holiday lines, for winter lines, because you have a very limited time that you can actually sell Christmas themed soap, right? Soaps looking like a Grinch and shit. So you have to be careful with the designs that you actually do. And this actually works. You could omit the Christmas tree, like, or the star rather, on top, and just make it a winter landscape soap, which was sort of the idea and the goal for every single soap in this year's line. And in reality, that is my goal for every Christmas. I've done weird Christmas soaps on the channel before. I think year 1, when I was trying to show out, you know, like, oh, look how fancy my Christmas soaps are. But in reality, I don't actually like selling those. I don't like the theme specific, this 1 month of the year that you could potentially sell this thing. And honestly, as an end user, no like shade on anybody, obviously, but I have a crap ton of Christmas soaps that I picked up from other soapers, from the Sudsers, that I loved, that were Christmas themed, right? But I'm looking at them in my, shower right now on December 29th or whatever. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to continue showering with a reindeer. And so as a result, a lot of soaps that I buy, just because I appreciate the designs and the thought that went into a Christmas soap, because I'm a fellow maker, I end up just putting in the closet until it's time for the season again. So that's something to keep in mind if you are a business, doing this. I think it's much better to have just like seasonal type soaps as opposed to like, specifically Christmas soaps. That would just be my suggestion. But, there's that. Take it for what it is. I am still a sucker for making and seeing and viewing all of the beautiful, particularly Christmas themed soaps. So I don't know. I contradict myself. And I am still in love with the gorgeous sculpted tops, which I got to tell you, working that soap batter longer allows me to do beautiful sculpted tops. Whereas usually, again, my soap batter is already usually always super, super thin, and I'm not able to do this. But look, it's pretty and it's very cathartic to do the sculpting of the things. But this will, after I get the star in, it is going to be C-popped and gelled, and I'm going to cross my fingers that this star does not melt in the process. So let's go check out the cut of these. And on to the cut of this, and the glycerin recipe, the 15-minute melt and pour base recipe that I gave you guys a couple weeks ago, it actually does have a higher melt point than other glycerin soaps that I've worked with in the past, quite a bit higher. And so I wasn't actually concerned that this particular star was going to melt on top of the soaps. But always do be careful with that. If you have melt and pour embeds, if you have melt and pour toppers, be careful when you start C-popping, because you could very well melt that cute little thing that you put in it or on it. Now, isn't that cute? This exposure is like super blown out. Like my lights are way too bright for this, but let me see if I'm going to fix it for the next bar. So you can actually see it, because in person, this is stunning. Going from the darker to the absolutely gorgeous transition. I love everything about it. I didn't wait long enough for the bottom layer. There we go. Let's see if that's better. Not really much better. I didn't really wait long enough for the bottom layer to set up before I flipped it. So for the rest of the bars, I super did that. And they all ended up with the proper kind of vibe that I was going with. So like a V at the bottom and then connecting smaller. You get it. But even like that, without the really crisp layers, it's still an absolutely gorgeous soap that didn't actually make it to the line, because I sent a teaser out for the tea soaps, for the holiday soaps, to my corporate accounts and to my wholesale accounts, and they all started placing massive orders. And so I was busy filling all of those, and didn't, A, really have time to make more for my holiday line, but 2, I kind of thought about it and realized that I hadn't really done a holiday with my children and was just present with my children, right? Like they have no memory of me not being stressed during this time of the year. And so this year, as if my wholesale and corporate accounts were selling out, were buying out all of my stock anyway, I went, why do I have to do this? Like, why do I have to do the craziness of the retail season, or the Christmas season, and all of the big gift sets and themed stuff? Because I do gift sets and themed stuff all year long. Why do I have to do that on steroids just for this 1 month of stress and not enjoy, the Christmas season? And so this year I just didn't. My website was open. It was available. It had lots of lovely products and everybody bought, but I didn't go overboard with the Christmas prep and the Christmas anything. And as a result, I enjoyed myself this holiday season with my family. My family was no longer something that I have to do on my to-do list. They were the things that I got to do. And it was lovely. So that is the Christmas soap number 1. And it's actually super gorgeous. I love that. So those soaps are absolutely gorgeous. I love the angles. I love everything about them. And I love that, I got to do them. And so that is first in the Christmas line that ended up not being in my retail, shop. And it was very, very fun. These soaps are absolutely gorgeous. The scent is spot on. I did everything from Sierra Candles this year and none regrets whatsoever. So if you're planning for, next year and trying to be super on top of everything, definitely give this scent and, this design a try. That would be cool for sure. Thank you guys for joining me today. Big special thank you to my sudsers, everybody who does the like and subscribe and the comments and, keeps the channel going. You keep me going. Just seeing you guys, in the comments or seeing you in the Discord or wherever makes me very, very happy. It's nice to have a community to talk to while I am on my couch, pretending like I am the couch in my really cool, brand new robe Christmas swag thing. So I'm going to go back and actually do that because I am starting a brand new Animal Crossing island this week that is very specifically themed around Taylor Swift, and it's everything. It really is everything. And so I am really jonesing to go back and do that. And also my camera is saying that it's overheating because it be hot and humid in here right now. All the things. There's a lot going on. I hope you guys are having an awesome Thursday. Thank you for joining me. I will see you guys all again tomorrow for number 2 in the Christmas soap line of Soapy Fun. Bye.